Here's the truth about discipline that nobody tells you. All right, so most people are forcing themselves to be disciplined or relying on their motivation. So when they feel like it, obviously that doesn't work. So they try to force motivation, right? So the problem with this is that they have no idea really where they're going, or they don't have a clear picture. So they're forcing a habit without some kind of end result in mind. So you want to kind of live with the end in mind here. What does this mean? So basically, what I suggest for you would be to create an identity of someone who has these results that you want, right? So for example, get really clear, even write it down. Like, what does your best self or your future self look like? What kind of body do they have? What kind of money are they making? How are they making that money? You know, what kind of people are you providing value to? Who are your friends? What are they like? What is your partner, like the person you're in a relationship, like? All of these different things. Now, how does that person act that has those things? So you want to be that person who does those things, so you'll have that result. Does that make sense? So basically, for example, if someone is super disciplined, very productive, do they stop working when they don't feel like it? Do they get up when they feel like it? No. Okay, so you get up, do the work anyways. You do things that excite you. So maybe you're not into running, but you need to do cardio a little bit. Well, maybe you could find something you enjoy a little bit. Like, everyone loves pickleball these days. I hear that like once a day at this point. So find something you enjoy that also helps you with that goal. I mean, I love weightlifting, so that just makes it easy for me. But if you want those results, like for example, a particular kind of body, you're like a superhero, like one of the Avengers, something like that. Well, you got to work out like you mean it. You got to eat like that. You got to be sort of regimented and just stick to it. You know, find foods that you truly enjoy, and by that I don't mean you can just eat cake and cupcakes and pizza and pasta all the time. You have to be serious about this. What kind of person has, for example, a really high quality relationship or a high quality girlfriend? Well, probably if you stop going to the club, you know, that's a start. Maybe you can meet them elsewhere. Where would a high quality person go that you could be friends with, or maybe end up in a relationship with? So with a guy, for example, right? Do you think it might be better to, let's say, go to the gym early on Saturday morning? Why? Well, no one else is really doing that. Why? Because a lot of people spent the night either staying up too late, making it worse by going to the bar, pub, or club again, right? They're like weekend warriors. They're watching sports with the boys. And look, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not against you doing something fun for yourself every once in a while, but you can tell the lack of discipline most people have and why they're not in the place they want to be. Like, they're stuck in a 9-to-5 and they never break out of that hamster wheel. Why? Here's a good example for the video. Is because they don't eat the frog, which is doing the hard task. For example, before work in the morning, they don't get up early enough to go to the gym or work on a side hustle that could become their main source of income to help people, right? So they could do that before work, or you could do it after work. But the reason most people don't get it done is because they wait. Oh, I'll do it after work. I'll go to the gym, work on my business after work. Or, you know, you're self-employed. Forget being like a businessman. Just like, some kind of income that you could make some side money, which will become your main money. And you're not willing to work on that before or after work. After work becomes harder because, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm just gonna go out and have a beer. Oh, I'm gonna play some video games. I'm going to, what else? Watch TikTok, adult entertainment, Instagram reels, just mindlessly brain rot. Or I'll just watch Netflix or binge a series. You see how it becomes obvious, like why people aren't hitting their goals? So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I can say here, but I think a couple things here. Probably the best way I can leave off this video. Think about whether you have a family or not now, like your relatives or your wife or your future wife or your kids or your future kids. Basically think, would they be proud of me seeing my daily actions? Would they be proud of me seeing how often I'm not trying to create this like awesome life for my future kids or my kids now, my partner, my family now? How much you're playing video games, Netflix, etc. I don't need to go through that again, but basically, guys, if you want some help with this, and I've got a background in personal training, and I used to work doing sales for a dating coach for a while. Got a background in nutrition, like creating diets for people. And I've quit a lot of these things, right? Like I don't drink. So if you want help, you can book a call in the link below this video. I'm doing 1-hour consultations for $37, and I'll do you one better. If you can't do that, or if you're afraid to, book in a 10 to 15 minute call with me, and I'll see how I can help. And then afterwards, we'll move forward with the hour-long consultations with a small investment. And remember, this is an investment in yourself, so you can become the best version of yourself possible. Be that guy, do those actions, and you'll have the life you want. All right, later, guys.